Hi, and welcome to the Dakota Outdoor Gundog Series, a competitive sport that combines the natural hunting abilities of the dog combined with the shooting skills of the handler. Points are accumulated by how a team places at each event during the 6-tournament series, all while playing for the Dog of the Year title.
Coming in from the first event, here are single flusher standings to start off the second event. It's a beautiful day in Hitchcock, South Dakota. It'll make for a great hunt. Our first hunter is Nick Baker, hailing from Kirkhoven, Minnesota. 7 years pro, 0 champ wins, 0 Dog of the Year wins, 404 points. His dog joining him today is Zoe, a Labrador Retriever. Age 3 with 0 champ wins, 0 Dog of the Year wins, and 205 points. Let's hunt. Only 20 seconds into his first run, Nick already has his first bird. With a quick retrieve by Zoe. Now on to the second bird. Well, after the first quick bird, the second bird has taken a little bit longer. At 2 minutes and 45 seconds, he gets his second bird. Conditions are a bit challenging today due to it being very dry. Let's see if Nick can keep up the pace and quicken it and get his third bird as quick as he got his first one. Well, we're at 4 minutes now. Zoe's been running around trying to get a scent. Still working on that. Let's see if she can pick up a scent anytime quick. Almost at 5 minutes now. Zoe flushes her third bird, but it won't rise high enough for Nick to be able to take this shot. But no stranger is this bird flying, that shouldn't be any problem for this team, as Zoe should be able to trap the bird and make the retrieve for a full retrieve and still have a clean run going. There doesn't seem to be a bird in her mouth, though. She did not make the retrieve, so Nick will have to take a partial. All right, we're at 7 minutes, 10 seconds. Zoe's definitely been a prime example of athleticism running around today. 7 minutes, 25 seconds. Looks like Nick clipped a little bit of it, possibly. Zoe was unable to find that bird to make the retrieve before the 15-minute time ran out, leaving the team with only 2 of the 4 birds bagged.
It's all about enjoying the fun with the dog. That's all it is. Come on, girl. Oh, thank you, dude. That's cool for you. Yeah.
So for Nick's hunt, that was 3 shells used, 4 flushes, 2 full retrieves, and 2 birds bagged. Alright, our second hunter up is Tom Dew from Big Stone, South Dakota. 4 years pro, 1 champ win, and 0 Dog of the Year wins with 378 points. His dog joining him today is Reba, a Labrador Retriever, 5 years old, 1 champ win, 0 Dog of the Year wins, and 373 total points. Let's hunt. Tom and Reba have their first bird at 1:22. Not as fast of a start as Nick and Zoe, but it's still plenty of time to harvest their 3 remaining birds. All right, we're at 2 minutes now. Oh, and there's a flush. There's a flush, and Tom gets it before it becomes a safety. At 2:12, they have their second bird, and it looks like Reba is picking up the pace. One more bird in the bag will take the lead over Nick and Zoe. 3.5 minutes now, working on a third bird. There's a flush, gets it up high, and Tom misses. Tries a second time and misses again. So we're at 5 minutes now. Here's our next bird, it looks like. Oh, and she retrieves it. No chance for Tom to get a shot at that. Reba picked it right up off the ground. Whenever a player must leave the field to help a dog, their gun must be unloaded and left inbounds with the field judge. The bird must be retrieved back in bounds in order to be able to receive points for a partial retrieve. Tom and Reba can find their fourth bird relatively quickly. They still have a very solid run going. And that brings us to the end of the hunt with a full time from Tom Dew. 5 shots used, 4 flushes, 3 full retrieves, and 3 birds bagged, and a full time. That'll bring him ahead a little bit of Nick Baker. Welcome back to D.O.G.S. Our third single flusher hunter is Dean Menning, hailing from here on South Dakota. 9 years pro, 1 champ win, 1 dog of the year win, and 764 total points. His dog joining him today is May, a Labrador Retriever, 8 years old, 2 champ wins, 4 dog of the year wins with 768 total points. Let's hunt.
We'll give her a shot, kiddo.
May almost able to trap their first bird, but it was able to escape her and fly right at the gallery, forcing Dean to call safety. Before he can advance to get credit for a full retrieve, he must call May back and touch her or only receive partial retrieve points.
May is running around. It looks like she might have scent. And there's a point. Minute and 40 seconds and he gets that bird.
May with her second bird at a minute 47 and doing very well with almost 13 minutes remaining to bag her 2 remaining birds in the bag will bring home the first place points and payback today. At 2 minutes 7 seconds, May puts up her third bird and Dean makes a great shot on the bird, but it falls right next to a residual bird that has snuck into the field and flushes it. What are the chances? Naturally, May believes it is the same bird that she just saw fall, that she was able to take flight again, so takes pursuit to retrieve the bird she believes is supposed to be bringing back. Rather than trying to cast May to the down bird, he elects to move towards the bird to get May back on the line to find the bird and take a partial. And soon to have bird 3 in the bag.
Here we go, 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Took a little bit for some bird. May is both a pointer and a flusher, so that's why you see her pointing. But she flushed that one. Oh, Dean did not get that bird. She flushes it back up again. And Dean gets the bird on his second shot. 7 minutes, 40 seconds. She's bringing that bird back. So Dean Menning ended his run with 5 shots used, 4 flushes, 2 full retrieves, and 4 birds bagged, with a total time of 7 minutes and 44 seconds.
At the end of our single flusher tournament, we have Nick Baker and Derek Cheddar tying at 15 points, Tom Dew and Matt Larson tying at 20, and Dean Menning with May at 50. Welcome back to D.O.G.S.
All right, starting with our double pointer standings. Here are our standings.
Our first team is Tom Dew and Rick Henches. We'll see how this team works out in double pointers. The dog they're hunting with today is Rick's. Xander is a Munsterlander, 4 years old, 0 champ wins, 0 dog wins, and 128 total points. Let's hunt.
It's all amped up. Let's go.
And then a minute 6 seconds, they get their first bird. Here we go at 2 minutes 45 seconds with our second point. Xander's been pointing a little bit far away, and Rick gets his first shot, and he gets that bird. That's his second bird. 2 minutes 55 seconds, Xander's bringing it back. Now it's taking a while. We're at 5 minutes 20 seconds with our third point. Rick flushes that bird up and takes a shot. 5 minutes 38 seconds, bringing back that bird. Here we go at 8 minutes. Xander's been pointing a little bit far away for Rick. Rick is still searching for the bird. Xander is able to see that bird 4 is out of the nest and running, which is just more temptation than he can stand, so he charges in. That is okay on the flusher side. It is a -10 penalty on the pointing side of the...
Go.
Xander locked up on bird 5. Not only do these Munsterlanders have great noses, but they are a very stylish dog when on point. Rick taking his point. Flushes the bird up and takes a shot and gets that bird. With Xander with a retrieve. All right, they're looking for their last bird, and that is time. A full run for the two. Rick and Tom end that hunt up with Rick 3 shots, Tom 2 shots, 4 full retrieves, and 4 birds bagged. They end that run with a full time. Our first team in the double pointers. Here is our second team in the double pointers with Dean Menning and Derek Cheddar. They are both 9 years pro. And the dog they'll be hunting with today is Daisy, a German Shorthair, 4 years old, 0 champ wins, 2 Dog of the Year wins, and 410 lifetime points. Let's hunt!
Ready, scorekeeper?
Yep.
That was a slow first point at about 2 minutes for Daisy. We're at 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Still working on that point. Here's our second bird, and does Dean get it? Oh, he can't. There are no safeties on your partner in doubles, so Derek will have to take the shot on this bird and makes a long shot to keep a clean run going. Daisy charges bird number 3 in an attempt to trap it. Derek takes the shot to get the points for the bird in the bag, but since no point was established, there'll be a -10 on their overall score at the end of the run. It's better bagging that bird than letting it fly away, even though we are pointing. So we're at 9 minutes, 15 seconds. Here's our next point. Oh, and Dean is running for it. Gets that bird as well. After starting out a little bit slow, they've had a fairly consistent run. Daisy's looking for a scent right now.
Looks like Daisy has caught scent of bird 5, but the bird is up and running. Daisy sees it and once again charges it to trap the bird, but the bird was able to take flight before she trapped. A trap in the pointers is a -10 plus loss of shell, a very painful penalty to have on the pointing side. The clock ran out for Team Wing It before Daisy was able to locate their final bird, putting them in the lead with 1 run to go.
Dean and Derek end that with Dean at 3 shots, Derek 2 shots, 5 full retrieves, 5 birds bagged. Welcome back to D.O.G.S. Here's our 3rd team in the double pointer. It's a father-son team with Raceland Cheddar and Derek Cheddar, both hailing out of Hitchcock. The dog they'll be hunting with today is a veteran named Tank, a German short hair, 11 years old, 7 champ wins, 6 dog of the year wins, and 914 total points. Let's hunt.
Now swing down towards you. Got it. Can't watch on the ground, see what's bottom. Stay, Tank.
Only 15 seconds into their run, Tank is already on a bird. Tank is on point, and what a textbook point that is. Tank is now relocating to help Derek to find the bird. This is okay for a dog to do without having to reestablish. As long as it doesn't leave the scent of the bird, it is working. Tank relocates again. He pointed that bird from a pretty far distance.
Tank had a super far away point on that one, taking a little bit for his hunter Derek to find the bird. So they're getting their first bird at about a minute.
Bird 1 in the bag, and on to bird 2. Tank has bird 2 pointed on Raceland's side of the field. As Ray starts to move in, Tank charges in attempting to trap this bird, but misses by inches. Ray takes a shot that clips the bird a little bit, but Tank has a line on the bird and the team lets him go after it. That bird flew at least 250 yards and went down in heavy cattails. Tank returns with the bird in his mouth. This dog has always been known for retrieving long distance.
Here we are at 4 minutes 20 seconds and on to our next one. All right, now we're at 5 minutes 25 seconds with our third bird. And that bird is flushed and Derek pops it. 6 minutes 15 seconds and that one is flushed again accidentally by Tank, a very eager dog. Derek gets that at 6 minutes 20 seconds. Now we're on to our next one. That one's flushed. 7 minutes and a half, 2 shots. Tank retrieves that one again from a far ways away. He excels at those long retrieves. A very dedicated veteran dog. Here we are at almost 9 minutes. That bird is flushed again. Raceland, 2 shots. Super long retrieves from Tank. He definitely helped the hunters out. Oh, not quite ended. That bird is not pocketed yet, so the run keeps going. They gotta find that bird before their time is officially over. They had a very consistent run though. Father-son team, Raceland Cheddar and Derek Cheddar. Tank may be scouting for a couple of new teammates after the grind the father-son team put him through today. Handlers will have those days that their shooting is a little off, but at this level, to stay on the top, it can't happen very often. Even with the missed shots and hit birds, that went long ways as well as not pointing a couple birds. The father-son team with Tank still managed to win the doubles at this event. Raceland and Derek end that hunt with Derek at 5 shots. Raceland at 3 shots. 6 full retrieves and 6 birds bagged with an excellent time of 12 minutes 39 seconds for the father-son team out of Hitchcock, South Dakota. That brings an end to our double pointers. Here are our standings. Rick and Tom with Xander at 30. Dean and Derek with Daisy at 40. And Derek and Raceland with Tank at 50 points.
Stiff competition requires you to be on your game. These teams all perform to the best of their abilities while under pressure, bringing them one step closer to Dog of the Year. If your dog will hunt and retrieve, you can play the game. Competition brackets to fit every dog in the handler skill level. Get more information at the DakotaDogSeries.com. I'm Mandy Eric. Thanks for joining us this time on the South Dakota Series of Dogs.
For more information about show and future tournaments, visit DakotaDogSeries.com. Thank you for watching Dogs.